Well, guys, it's March 1st, 2018, and I'm just sitting outside, and I'm so sick and tired of watching TV and seeing women come out and say, oh, he sexually assaulted me, misappropriate touching, and all this bullshit, when I know for a fact that the Democratic Party is paying women to kill men, poison them, use electronic harassment, gaslight them. I know of a man who hung himself in one of my apartments, and the same thing that I think he was going through, I don't know everything to be exact, was the same thing that happened in my marriage. I'm just telling you, the Democratic Party is training women, okay, to poison their husbands with psychotropic drugs. They use electronic torture, which you can take a EMF meter and bring it in the house, and that thing will go off the charts. So they're pointing what they call LRADs, which is specifically targeted for depression. Okay, if you don't know about your chakras and your body energies, that you can, through frequency technology, create depression, then you really need to go back to school. You really don't know what's going on in the world. This is technology that's 20, 30 years ahead of most people's conscience. But it exists. Anybody that says it's a conspiracy theory is a moron. The information is so out there. You can watch Barry Trower, Deborah Treveris. You can watch Dr. John Hall. There's so many people that are talking about this stuff. I've been talking about it for years because it's happened to me. Now, the goal of these women that are CIA trained is to get their husbands to kill themselves. Okay. That's the goal. They drive them. They do strategic things. They make them think, oh, I love you. You think this is your soulmate. And then boom, they drop a bomb on you. And next thing you know, they're trying to take your kids away. They're trying to, they're cheating on you. All the signs are there. It's just a great way to get a man just inflated, thinking that he's on top of the moon with a woman. He's so in love. And then all of a sudden, these women just go psycho. Okay? And these women are going to regret doing this to men. Okay? You're going to regret it. And I believe that all the sexual harassment against men on TV is a diversion. I know it is. It's a diversion to take away from what's really happening. Remember, Satan always does the opposite. So if the majority of Hollywood is saying, oh, these men are sexually harassing women, they're trying to pass laws against men, against women. But what's really happening is Eve is the one biting the apple. Eve is the one that's saying, here, take the apple, Adam. And Adam is getting crucified because the elite are not afraid of women. They're afraid of men with guns. That's what they're afraid of. I just heard a gun go off in my neighborhood. I don't know if you heard that. But that's what the elite are afraid of. They're afraid of men forming militias. So they're strategically taking them out by, just like George Soros, paying women to kill men, to murder them. I know my ex-wife and my ex-girlfriends gaslighted me. Even my company did this because they were Democratic. It's called covert workforce harassment. And let me tell you, it was extreme. It was extreme. They were going into my accounts, lying. I had one of the most amazing reputations in town. I can go to any of my accounts and talk to anybody. But all of a sudden, I was gaslighted, and they didn't even want to talk to me. I was like, what the hell is happening? And they strategically did this to me. It's Cox Enterprise. They're a Democratic corporation. And if you weren't gay or lesbian or whatever, then they would come after you. Okay, you had to be part of the extreme Democratic, put it this way, if somebody came out and said, oh, I'm a pedophile, they would go, oh, poor baby, I'm telling you, this is the people that they want. They want Satan's people. They want people that are just satanic mentally. They're just disturbed. That's why this shooter kid was being recruited by the FBI. And of course, we know the Democratic Party has been funding the FBI, DOJ, NSA. We know this for a fact. because of the FISA warrants and documents. So, and that even our local police are going after conservative people just because they're conservative. And of course, what is the police department's doing? They're training these cops. I don't blame the police officers. I blame the people in charge. So they're training them, and then they're telling them not to watch videos online. Because let's say they say, oh, this guy is a terrorist, he's a target. Well, if they go watch the video and they say, well, wait a minute, this guy is not talking about terrorism or shooting anybody or whatever, my captains are lying to me. And this is what they don't want. They want to be able to create some type of fictional character illusion about who we are, us truthers. And, you know, the police hate us. That's what they want. And they're doing a pretty good job of it. In my town, definitely, they're doing a great job. And of course, one of the goals of this is to say that we're all nuts. You know, the truth movement is just a bunch of crazy people. And that's exactly what they did Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's what they did Noah, too. You know, oh, he's crazy. He's building a boat. He's a precog. He can see into the future. He can talk to God. I mean, you know, what was that Joyce whatever said on TV? Oh, you know, anybody can talk to Jesus is crazy. You need to mentally ill. You need to get on pills. Jesus talking to you, you talking to Jesus. What's wrong with these people, right? And then you've got these law centers. I'm not even going to mention their name. I did a video about it, but they're getting paid to go after Christians, okay, conservatives. Just, you can go to their website and look at a map. I mean, it's just, they're calling us extremists and shit like this. This is insane, man. This is insane. In other words, people cannot have an opinion outside the artificial intelligence hive mind. And let me tell you something. When Jesus was crucified, they definitely had an artificial intelligence hive mind. The pyramids were frequency technologies, guys, just like the cell towers. There is no difference. They were using frequencies to control the minds of the people. This is old technology being reopened. This is Jesuit Vatican information that has been released from their vaults, and this technology is being used again. It's called test technology, Star Wars technology, Ronald Reagan, Star Wars. You know, billions of dollars spent on this shit, and now they're using it not against aliens, but against us. You know, people that are the good guys being called falsely terrorists and crazy people, and this world really needs a lobotomy because it's so backwards. This world is so ass backwards to think that we are bad people and that the Democrats are good people. I mean, they're trying to pass laws to pedophile babies. They kill babies. They're pro murder of children. They promote sex, irresponsible sex, all the time on their Hollywood TV shows. Violent video games, psychotropic drugs. The whole gamut is part of this demonic entity that is trying to take over your country. The Democrats are plugged directly into Satan, and I'm not saying that all Democrats are plugged into Satan. Okay, but I'm telling you, the majority of them are, and even some Republicans. I'm not into the parties. I'm into individual people's spirituality. So let's get back to this in a nutshell. So every time I turn on the TV, some man has sexually assaulted a woman. But when I study what's happening in real life amongst the people, it is the women attacking the men by a scripted narrative that has been given to these women by the DOJ, NSA, black government, okay? It is a scripted narrative, and we're watching men get locked up in prison for life for no reason. We're getting men, kill themselves. We're having men, being disarmed. They can't defend their children or their families. They're felons. This is a destruction of the United States Constitution is what it is. It's just the Democrats, even though they don't have the presidency, they're still operating as a mob undercover with lots and billions of dollars that they stole from you. It's not their money. Mark Cuban's rich bullshit. That's not his money. That's your money. He stole it. And he is nothing but all of them, Bill Gates, all of them, they're nothing but paid liar, propaganda machines, pretending like there's some kind of God, and what their job is to do is to to consume this country and sell it off to the highest bidder, probably China. California's already been sold to China. And last I checked, one of the statements that I read that California is trying to make pedophilia legal. Oh wow, great! Let's make it's not enough torture that our kids are going through with the Hollywood, the video games, and the psychotropic torture and the poisonous food, the geoengineering poisonous air, you're drinking water out of a plastic bottle, which is completely toxic, Cokes and Pepsis and all this bullshit that is just nothing but poison. You read Pepsi upside down, it says "is dead." I mean, you be's dead. It's ebonics. They're telling you that you dead if you're a dead brain if you drink that horse shit. The elite don't drink that. Matter of fact, Bill Gates' kids, I read, don't even have cell phones. So...